Can you guys hear me out there? Hello, everyone. Just testing my microphone, making sure you can hear me. Kelsey Haldane is not in the room with me as normal, so she would normally be the one to tell me she can hear me, but I'm going to rely on you guys in the comments section to say, yes, I can hear you before we get started. Melissa Harper, hello, and you can hear me, yay. Hey, Yudish. Thanks for joining, guys. Yudish, holy cow, what time is it over there? Okay, you guys can hear me, so let's get rolling here. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Configura live stream. We are here to wrap up the year of 2018 and bring us into 2019, and I just heard a weird loud crash. I don't know what that was. Hopefully nothing is breaking or falling down around here. But hi, everyone. Yeah, I'm Kelsey DeBruin, as you guys know. I am here. I am monitoring your comments on my cell phone over here, which is right outside the view. So hopefully I will be able to keep track of everything that's going on here. Kelsey Haldane might be joining us in just a little bit so she can keep track of the comments, but we will do our best here. Hang in there with me, guys. But let's get rolling with today's live stream, which is going to be a really good one. I'm really excited. We have tons of stuff to talk about because we just want to say a few of the awesome things that have happened around Configura lately, just at the end of the year. So we'll wrap up 2018 here at Configura, bring us into 2019 with a few exciting, fun things to talk about. We have a guest, which is CEO of Configura, Johan Lyreborn. We'll be giving him a call in a second. But a few things I want to get through before that. Yudish, it's 12 a.m. over there. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for joining at that time. Morning, Chad. Thank you for joining. As always, you're such a great supporter of the live stream. We love it. But a couple things before the fun stuff that we have to get into. So last live stream micro series we had was for CET Designer 9.5. Everybody, or almost everybody, should be allowed to get to 9.5 at this point. And if you haven't already seen that update, please contact support so we can just tell you what's going on there and what you might need to look out for that update. But I bring that up because there is a survey that you can take in the CET Designer briefcase. And that survey is there for us to know how did we do with CET Designer 9.5. Your feedback, as I've said a billion times, is so important for our growth and updates of CET Designer 9.5 and 10 and 10.5 and wherever it ends up after that. So if you can take a few seconds, go take that survey. Again, it's in our CET Designer briefcase, just a couple posts down. So go take that survey and let us know how we did. Your feedback, so important. Hi, Kelsey. She's here. And look, it works. Okay, so Kelsey Haldane is here in the room with me now. She can help me out with the comments and just let me know what you're saying, who's joining us, what's going on. But let's talk about the giveaway for today before we get into all the other good content here. You guys know the drill with our Configura live stream. We always have some swag that we want to provide you guys with. So today is no different. The piece of swag right now, or the piece of swag we're giving away today, is something that's going to help you in the new year. So we figured we are close to Chad. Hello, Kelsey 2.0. I love that. So we are getting close to 2019, as you guys know, and I can't believe it. I don't know. I say this every year, but 2018 really went by fast. I honestly think like time is speeding up. So 2018 is almost over, so we need some swag to bring us into 2019. So swag for today is a 2019 Configura desktop calendar. It does a cool thing where it creates like its own little stand on the back here. You guys have seen desktop calendars. You know how this works, but like I got it. Do something like that, sits on your desk, and then you can just flip to all the months after that, and we have some fun little action items for you to do on each page. There's also like super important events listed in here. For example, I'll find it. June, NeoCon. So we have all the most important events that you need to attend in the year 2019 listed in here. There's also the big major updates to CET Designer listed in here, which these were slightly guesstimated dates and version numbers because we're not quite sure what those are going to be yet. But hey, this will just help you through the year of 2019. So I have one of these babies sitting on my desk just waiting to be flipped open. I can't wait. But this can be yours if you like and you comment on this live video right now. That's all you have to do, like, comment, and then you will win this calendar, and it will, as usual, show up in this lovely, shiny package. I think Configura now owns one of these shiny packages in every size, which I absolutely love, more for me and for you guys. And then if I don't have your mailing address, of course, send that to the CET Designer Facebook page so I know where to send this calendar. And then it will show up on your door in a few days and you can start using it in the new year. All right. So just like and comment. Looks like we have some comments coming through here. This is actually kind of working.
Yes, and people are loving their chat or their shirts.
Yay, their shirts. So the shirts were the grand prize for the mini series of the user conference. So glad to hear you guys are loving those shirts. I have like 4 of them at this point because that was like my uniform for that live stream series, but they are really good ones. So awesome. All right, let's get into what we're here for today. So we are here to talk about the big, huge, awesome things that happened here near the end of this year. I was going to say last year already. We're not in 2019 yet. Some big things that happened at the end of this year. One of those things was EY Entrepreneur of the Year. I'll tell you about that in a second. Another thing is Johan Lyreborn's vision for Configura, Vision 3.0. We'll talk about that too. And then another thing we're going to talk about is Configura's new investor, which is Vind. So I want to give you a little bit of background information before we give Johan a call, just so we can ask Johan all these cool questions that we have around these different topics. So just a little bit of background so you understand what we're here to talk about today. First thing. So the EY Entrepreneur of the Year. This was, when this happened, this was posted to all of our social media areas, so you might have seen this already, but just in case anybody doesn't know about it yet. Hi, Steven. Hi, Adria. Sorry, I just saw some comments coming through there, so thank you guys for joining. So EY Entrepreneur of the Year. I have a little piece of paper here to make sure that I get this right because I don't want to say anything incorrect here. So that's a competition, and EY is the company that holds this Entrepreneur of the Year competition. A little bit about it, just so you guys know what or why this competition is a thing. So EY is proud to recognize the world's most successful and innovative entrepreneurs through the EY Entrepreneur of the World competition. And that's actually like a trademarked program. Anytime you see EY Entrepreneur of the Year, there's a little TM after it. So they want to do this, or they want to identify and recognize the achievements of outstanding entrepreneurs within successful, growing, dynamic businesses. EY aims to encourage entrepreneurial activity around the world. So this contest or this competition, there's regional, national, and international competitions in more than 140 cities and 60 countries around the world. So why are we talking about all of this? Our CEO, Johan Lyreborn, was nominated to participate in the Region East Finals in Sweden to represent that region in the national competition in Stockholm, which would then go to the World Final competition next year in, where is it? I want to make sure I get it right, Monte Carlo, June 2019. So Johan was nominated for the Region East Final, and he won. Yay! Congratulations, Johan. That was such exciting news for, I'm sure, Johan himself, of course, but at Configura too, super, super proud of him, and we were all kind of like, oh my God, our CEO won the Region East Finals. So Johan now gets to go to Stockholm in January for the national finals, which would be the national finals for Stockholm. And then if he wins that, he'll get to move on to Monte Carlo for the World Finals in June 2019 to be the Entrepreneur of the Year for 2019. So that is such awesome news, and that is such a cool thing for Johan and for Configura. Super proud of him here, but we're going to ask him a little bit about that when we get him on the call. I just want to show you a few fun pictures of him winning that competition. So what I love, there was more words from the jury than what I have written there, but I love their comments. This year's prize winner has for many years and with clear sales and profitability goals built and developed both customers and employees in an international market. Successful and continuous product development focus has minimized the competition. So there was a whole spiel from the jury, but I loved that portion of it, and I love these pictures of Johan winning. Again, we're all super excited for that. So we'll ask Johan more questions there when we get him on the call. So that's one of the things that we'll talk to Johan about. And then another thing that we want to talk to Johan about is, of course, his Vision 3.0 for Configura, which helped with that win for East Region Entrepreneur of the Year. But also Vision 3.0 is what led us to seek out an investor for Configura.
Some funny comments.
Oh, it's like I heard Kelsey laughing. I'm like, what's funny? Hoping you'd be wearing the mullet hat for murder mystery. That would have been funny. Maybe when he wins the Stockholm final. How about that? Or the world final, even better. So we have Vision 3.0, and that led us to start seeking an investor to help us achieve this dream and this goal, because it's such a big goal that is now set in place for Configura that we need to really put a lot of muscle behind it if we really want to accomplish this, which it's a fabulous vision, and we can't wait to talk to Johan a little bit more about it so you guys can get to know what that is too. But I do just want to give a little bit of background about our investor so you kind of know who they are once we get started talking to Johan here. So our new investor at Configura is Vind. And Vind, I have this a little bit of information written down here too, so I want to make sure I get it right. Vind is a Norwegian industrial owner. They're going to join Configura as a minority co-owner. And Vind is a very long-term oriented owner in the private and public businesses within software and other sectors. I have a couple pictures of that as well. So their funding of Configura allows us to take our CET platform to new levels, primarily through more R&D and sales efforts, so we can focus more on performance, quality, and specialized solutions for our main industries. There is a fabulous quote written there by Vind's CEO, Harold. There was more information here too, but I just love this little snippet. The vision for Configura to become the leading global software provider for design spaces is perfectly aligned with our desire to contribute to sustainable growth for the very long term. So just hearing Vind say that kind of thing is so great for us, because we know that we're really aligned with this new co-owner that we have, and now we are going to be much more able to reach our goals with the Vision 3.0, which is going to be a lot of fun and super exciting. Okay, so that is a little bit of information so that now you're on board with when we call Johan, you'll know what questions to ask him, and let's just get on with this live stream here. So I'm going to head out to Skype, give Johan a call. He's ready for us, I believe. Hey, Johan. How's it going? Good. We can hear you. We can't quite see you yet. Now we can. So, Johan, thank you so much for joining us. It's early here in the U.S., but it's actually towards the end of the day for you, so we so appreciate you taking the time to talk to us here. How's your day going so far?
We can't hear him.
Oh, yeah, I know. It gets dark really early. 1 second, Johan. We need to make sure that we can get your audio through here. You know how those technical difficulty things go. 2 seconds.
See me?
Yeah, you actually are coming in really crisp.
Oh, cool.
For a second there, it was a little fuzzy, but yeah, I think you're going now. Good.
Yep.
Awesome. Good. Okay. Yay. So thank you for joining. I don't know if you were watching earlier in the live stream, but I just gave everybody a little bit of background about why we're here today for the live stream to talk about your win as Entrepreneur of the Year,
Oh,
our
wow.
new investor, Vision 3.0. So I gave everybody a little bit of background about why we're here. So if they have any questions for you, they can ask them. Couple people saying hi, Johan. So Stephen Dunn says hello, Johan.
Okay.
Thanks, Stephen.
Maybe I can see something here. I don't know. Maybe I don't see it. I have to be in the live stream. Maybe.
Yeah,
Is
you
it
got to
it?
be in the live stream.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. But
No,
we'll relay
yeah.
all the comments to you.
Okay, good.
So first thing that I wanted to ask, what does it mean to you to win that Region East Entrepreneur of the Year?
Well, I mean, for me, it was of course was really nice, fun. It was to get recognition like that is amazing.
Absolutely.
It was a surprise. I didn't really expect it. When I got nominated, I felt, oh, that's fun. I mean, but
It
then
is.
when you win, it's sort of like a surprise. But it also, I think, all of us, working with this should feel good and feel, get some of the cred, of course, because we are a team and we do a lot of work together, and this is sort of like a receipt on that we do something that is important, and and people are impressed
Yes.
what we have achieved. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. I know when I think about like you winning this, I mean, it's such an awesome thing for you to win that, but I think all of us here at Configura too are like, oh my God, we feel so proud of the
Yeah.
win. So it's really exciting here on our end too. What about nationals? Are you excited for nationals?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, when you sort of the first the region east here, it was more like, okay, let's go there and see what's going on, and you meet the jury, and you get the voting and all those. But now I'm really into it, to go for the win and to go to Monte Carlo for the finals. That would be something special.
That would be awesome.
So it's a little bit like, I mean, how do you compete in this? I mean, it's like music or movies, or it's of course difficult, but the jury, they really look into what we do and who I am, and how I lead, and the ambition we have, and all those kind of things. So I can prepare, I can train a little bit for the nationals. So
Good.
when that comes up, I'm really do something good.
Yeah. Now, during the competition, do they have like anything that you like questions you have to answer? Or are you on the spot for anything, or do they do all the research kind of on the before the competition begins and then announce the winner?
It's more like they have they come and visit me here at the office. But then when you come to the jury, it's more like a dragon's den, It's a lot of, they sit there and they ask you questions, and you have to say why they should like you.
And you start kind of sweating.
It was fun.
That does sound like fun.
Yeah.
Well, we all wish you the best of luck for nationals in Sweden. So excited to hear how that goes. If you win that, we'll have to have you back on so we could say, yay, good job, Johan. Yeah, but that's so cool. Okay, so another question I have, and this is kind of leading from the competition into your Vision 3.0. Do you think Vision 3.0 contributed to your win for Entrepreneur of the Year?
Yes, I think so, actually. When we started Configura, we did have a good idea on what we wanted to achieve with calculating things correctly. But it was more, that why do it wrong if you can do it correctly? But I think nowadays sustainability has become so important part of everybody's life.
Yep.
So just the fact that our innovation from the beginning has a great impact on waste And I mean, if we calculate correctly, we don't have to chop down trees, and we don't have to have so many trucks on the roads. Those kind of things is pretty cool, and the jury did really, look into this. So that's why I talk about the community, that we are doing something together, and we help each other to calculate correctly, and it has a huge impact.
Yep.
I'm for sure going to talk a lot about that when we come to the finals.
Yep.
And it's also important for us when we recruit people. I mean, good people wants to do something that makes a difference. Yeah, I think the Vision 3.0 is very ambitious, because we want to do a lot of things, but a lot of things around us is calculation, so
Yep.
it makes sense, and it happens anyway. I mean, even if we don't have Vision 3.0, it will happen, but now with Vision 3.0 we can help each other to steer all those different things we need to do, and it's like a tool for us as a community to look into the future.
And I love that. I know the first time I was introduced to Vision 3.0, it was like, okay, cool. We're going to use CET Designer to design spaces, calculate things correctly. But then when you started talking about the things, how this vision can help us help the planet a little bit. Again, like you said, less trees, less trucks on the road, just because we're calculating things correctly. I think that is such a cool thing and such a cool message to share, and just to help people get on board with this massive, huge dream that we're working to achieve.
Yeah, you're right, Kelsey. It's like teamwork, and I don't think it doesn't matter really on what side you are about climate change. I mean, most people can agree that why do things in the wrong way? I mean, in an incorrect way. So I think we are working together with everybody on this one.
Yeah, absolutely. So for those of us that are watching that aren't really sure what Vision 3.0 is, just briefly, what is Vision 3.0 and what are you hoping to achieve with it?
Yeah, because we have been what I call, being good on real product design from the beginning, but we have been focusing a lot of certain areas like office furniture, material handling, kitchens, etc. In those areas, there's more parameters, of course. I mean, capacity, I mean, wellness. There's also that's calculations as well. But we're getting more and more into that, so we can help people to calculate that an office space, for example, have the right light.
Love that.
Those kind of things affects the design. And if you have a space, how many people can you have in that space? Depends on, fire exits, maybe the elevators, restrooms, all those kind of things. That's the type of feedback I see in the future that the designer wants to have to adjust the design. So it's actually, it's better for humans, and also for that case, for animals, if you are into that. And also I want to see that we get into other areas as well. I mean, we do walls, ceilings, roofs, those kind, because buildings are, also calculated. And I know there's a lot of difficulties in calculating buildings, and we have the best calculating software on the planet. So why don't continue our journey and learn more about that, and actually help companies who does it.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. I think that is so exciting. I can't wait to just see what the future holds. But you guys out there watching, let us know what you think about that Vision 3.0 too, and how you think it could benefit you in the workplace. I think we'd all be really interested to hear that. So thank you for briefly sharing that info with us, Johan, so we're kind of on board. Now, I want to talk a little bit about our new investor, because this is kind of new territory for Configura. What do you think made Vind a good fit for us in pursuing that Vision 3.0?
I mean, first of all, we wanted to work with someone that did have a long-term interest, and Vind definitely, presented a long-term idea on how they wanted to work with us. And also, I think when you look at Vision 3.0 and all the things that we do together with partners and users, etc., you realize that there's so much more we want to do. So we needed to, have some more muscles, as I call it, to be able to start the journey. And because I see knowledge, we need to communicate and work with more people out there.
Yep.
And we also need to develop more. And I don't mean develop more that means more features. It's develop more, maybe change things that we have done before. And I know that from the user conference that people ask for, stability and more performance.
Absolutely. Yep.
Those kind of things, because it's so. I mean, the feature request list is impressive. And
long,
engagement around what we do is also fantastic, but the focus has to be, now consistent with, performance, do things that really makes sense, and one step at a time. But more muscles, as I see it, makes it possible for us to do more at the same time as we keep this, the performance, etc.
Yeah.
So. Growing the company is a natural thing. We have a lot of interest around Configura, and partners have lots of nice ideas. And for us to develop the platform and the development tools are, so important that we continue that. I just have had meetings talking about 2019, and it's impressive with the spirit and the energy and the interest in doing things during 2019. So it's a little bit like a big battle here between, amongst us about what should we do. I mean, how getting people on board. And yeah, it's really interesting.
I love to hear you say that, yes, we are going to pursue these new avenues for CET Designer and for Configure to go down. And I love that we're so passionate about hitting those goals and making those achievements, that we did bring somebody on board to achieve those goals. But I really like hearing you say, too, that we're still focused on performance and stability of what we currently are making. We don't want to just leave that in the dust and say, see ya, we're out of here. Like, we want to keep that performance there. We want to keep that stability there on top of pursuing these new goals and these new visions and these new dreams. So I'm excited. Hopefully everybody out there is excited too. And again, let us know your thoughts. But speaking of 2019, where do you see Configura in 2019?
I think we will continue the journey as we have done it all the time, together with customers and partners and our staff, to figuring out, okay, what makes most sense, and we will grow. We will continue to grow. On markets. I mean, like, I was in China a couple of weeks ago. It's a fantastic energy, and we have interest, and it's nice to see that the customers we have is not just that they use it in China. They use our, innovation to in other countries as well. So they it's the platform is welcomed. It's people like the whole idea around it, and I think we will continue to bring new energy from new companies on board at Configura. So Next year is going to be exciting, but it's also a challenge. I can tell you that recruiting, and it's not just for Configura, it's also for our partners, is a challenge. I mean, to recruit best of the best people, and I'm working really, close with my teams here and to figuring out, okay, how do we do it? How can we improve? How do we make sure that we reach out with our message so several people approach us and wants to work with us? So 2019 is going to be exciting.
Good. Yeah, I'm excited too, especially with all this new stuff coming on. So I think we'll make it through it one step at a time.
But Kelsey, do you think it's a little bit too much, or do you think it's doable, or?
I think it's doable, and I think it is because we are all of the right mindset that this isn't going to happen in 1 year, maybe not even 2 years. But the fact that we are on board with getting an investor to get more muscle behind this idea, the fact that we're on board with hiring people that will help us with recruiting to get the best of the best people, I think it shows that we're serious about this, and we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it happen, come hell or high water. We're gonna do it. I'm excited.
Exactly, but we should also remember that, like me and Göran and the other members here on the team, they're still the same. I mean, we continue. We're not changing anything. It's more that we want to make it possible to move a little bit faster and have some more muscles to develop, and it makes sense. I mean, the Vision 3.0 is sort of, and also I together with the relationship with our customers, it's just that the pressure is on, and we want to do a lot and we want to deliver a lot. So, but I mean, next year, I mean, we always have milestones. I must say that the user conference and partner conferences that we do are so important, and I really look forward for those that come up now. I think Orlando in October for the user conference will be huge.
Yep, I'm excited for that too, and I'm glad to hear you say, and I'm glad you brought this up, that Johan, Göran, you guys aren't going anywhere.
No.
Nobody panic, because when you see we're bringing on an investor, we're like, oh, why would that be? But it's not that you're like, hey, bye, I'm not interested anymore. It's that you're so interested that you needed to bring these people on to help you get to your goal and help Configura to get to their goal. So I think that's great to hear, and I think everybody will be put at ease hearing that as well.
I mean, I see it as, growing the team and have more people that are really passionate about this. And we are on a journey. And as I said here on LinkedIn the other day, the journey has just begun. Huh?
Absolutely. 28 years and counting.
Wow.
Yep.
Yes, I'm still in there.
You got this. Okay. Let me just see. That's the questions that I had for you, Johan. I just want to see if anybody out there watching has any questions for you. I did see maybe a few things come through. Back when we were talking about Entrepreneur of the Year, Chad Bewley wants to know, is there a cheating option? No, we would not cheat.
No.
No.
No, I don't know. I have never been to a final like that, but I think it's really professional. That it's going to be different sessions. You meet the jury. You probably have the chance to talk a little bit with other finalists, but then I think they go to a closed room and then they decide.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Sneak up a little bit of chocolate or something to sway their vote. Let's see, Stephen Dunn, from a manufacturer standpoint, he thinks it's really going to benefit designers and dealers, that Vision 3.0. So he's happy to hear that Configura is going to focus on the current needs and features as well as looking forward. So absolutely, we're on board with that, Stephen. Yeah. Thank you for the comment there. So I think we're good. Any last parting words, Johan, for ending out 2018, bringing us into the new year?
Well, I mean, of course, I'm so glad for all the users and that we have that, communicate with us and bring, good things and bad things to the table and work closely together with us. And I'm so impressed, with the size of this platform now, with all the functionality. And we're still a pretty small team. I mean, to do this.
Yeah.
I mean, if you compare with other software companies. So I would like to give a lot of credit to everybody involved. I mean, it includes users, partners, that have a lot of complexity to consider, and also all the programmers, data managers, etc. It's a big puzzle, and we have our hicks and ups and downs, when it comes to manage releases, etc. But overall, I mean, it's a huge cred, and I think everybody should be super proud of what we do. And of course, always room for improvement, but we do a great job, and I want to thank everybody for this. And I see you around next year.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Chad says excited for 2019. Glad to have CET as a great tool and great partners. So thank you so much for joining, Johan. I hope you have super happy holidays coming up, and we'll look forward to seeing you soon.
Yes.
Good luck at the Nationals.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kelsey, and have a great Christmas now.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye. Oh, that was so much fun. We should have had Johan on the calls, or Johan on live stream way earlier. This thing was his. This whole live stream thing was his idea. But now we're here, and we got him on the call, and I just loved hearing directly from him what he thinks it's going to be, what Configura is going to look like in the coming years, and how it can benefit absolutely everybody that we have on our platform, including the environment and animals and the world, and whatever it takes, we're willing to get there. So, as you can see, we'll be wrapping up for the day. If you haven't already, like and comment on the video so you can get your 2019 Configura calendar. You'll see off to which side? This side. There's tons of dates on there for upcoming live streams. In 2019, we'll be interviewing our users of the month when we can. We'll be giving tips and tricks when we can, along with the giving information about upcoming releases and user conference and all that. So looking at my comments, have I missed anything? I think we're good. Well, happy holidays, everybody, and wish you guys a happy new year, and we'll see you all in 2019. Bye.